So now what we do is we're going to go to containment and storage. So Aqua-Guard, we've designed and manufactured oil spill containment booms for, 30, 35 years, many, many, many years. One of our extremely popular brands is called HarborFlex. So this is a permanent oil boom system that can be used off a jetty, wharf, to protect that area. So we have slide guide systems for tide. The tide goes up and down. We have the slide guide systems. These are used typically when a vessel comes in and out. The boom is placed around it to protect it, and it works. It works up and down. It's left in the water for years, up to 15 years. And yeah, here's a really nice shot of this is in Dubai. This is the Burj Al Khalifa. Was the highest, or it probably still is, the highest building in the world. This was a pond. It was a bird sanctuary that the emir wanted to protect. So we had this same boom in for 15 years. And then they asked us to replace it after 15 years, and we just replaced it a couple of years ago with some new booms, several thousand meters of this to protect this bird sanctuary. Again, this is a permanent boom. It stays in the water, or its ability to stay in the water all the time. Now we go to our Airflex. This is our heavy duty offshore boom. This is our neoprene based offshore boom. It's inflatable. It can be stored on a reel. You can store several hundred meters on a reel, and it's deployed and it's inflated. It can also be used as a permanent boom around terminals. But it's a very useful heavy duty oil spill containment barrier. These are stored on our reel systems in containers. It could be shipped anywhere in the world. It could be stored in these containers on standby. In the event of a spill, it can be deployed and inflated in minutes. Now we go to our smaller type containment barriers, our light flex, our inshore boom. This is used in inshore, in calm waters. It's small. It could be from 8 inches to 42 inches high, but the small stuff is around 8 to 12 inches. It can also be stored on one of our storage reels and held there just in case on standby in the event of an oil spill at a terminal. Now we had talk about floating oil storage tanks. We have an agreement in several countries now with a partner company that provide us with, they build for us floating storage tanks. So these floating storage tanks have the volume of from 5 to 250 cubic meters of storage capacity, which is a lot of storage. But we most likely go from about 5 to 100 cubic meters an hour. This is and serial or extra storage. Excuse me, I can't even speak. Extra storage. So when your barge is full, you can use a floating storage tank, fill it up with the oil that you've covered from our RBS TRITON skimming systems, and then take that tank and ship that back to shore, and then bring it back out. And so you don't have to break up your recovery efforts by sending your barge back to the shore to be pumped. You can just send the tank back with a vessel. And now we have flexible storage tanks, some smaller tanks with open tops, which we provide these for storage of water, contaminated water, or hydrocarbons. Again, can be used on shore, on dock, or on a vessel to store your recovered oil. Frame tanks. We have various types of frame tanks, quick, easy to put together. Other technologies that we've developed over the years. We have vacuum systems. So this vacuum system you could use for beach cleanup, or you could use it for downhole recovery, sump recovery if you have oil in your sump. A very versatile machine, as you can see here. But they're the vacuum system, 250 vacuum system. And then pumping systems. We have various types of pumping systems. We have centrifugal screw pumps, high volume. We have the low pump systems, which we're able to recover heavy viscous oils at high pressure. It's a load pump. This is a centrifugal screw pump. We also build all the power units for powering all of our pump systems and our skimming systems. All again, this is all the power systems are manufactured in Canada. Various types of pumps, power units, pumps, hydraulic systems. This would be a hydraulic system that we would use if we're using the ship's hydraulic power. We would plumb this directly into the ship's hydraulic power, and then we would be able to power our machines with this. Here's a system over here where we have a power unit with a crane as well. So many types of power systems, anywhere from diesel hydraulic, electric hydraulic, pneumatic, explosion proof electrical. Again, this is explosion proof electrical. So this system here, an explosion proof electrical, we're powering many of our skimming machines inside a refinery. So it's all explosion proof certified, and it runs, again, continuous power to our skimming systems. So Aqua-Guard, I mentioned, we've been operating since 1992. We're involved in over 104, 105 countries around the world. Um, pretty much anybody that has a coastline that is moving oil, we've probably worked in that country. So as you can see here, from Canada to, Fort Lauderdale. This is with OSRL, which used to be Clean Caribbean, down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and Canada, Brunei, all over. Like Maracaibo in Brazil, um, the the uh, the BP Horizon oil spill down in the Gulf of Mexico in 2010. We shipped over 100 machines, small, medium, large machines, down to the Gulf, down to Louisiana, where they were um, uh, trained. People were trained, crews were trained, and they were shipped offshore and used to help recover the massive spill that happened then. Also, the Costa Concordia, we upgraded all of the oil spill response capabilities in Italy several years ago. So we replaced a lot of their skimming systems. And right after we did that, the Costa Concordia accident happened. Remember the cruise ship that flipped on its side off Italy? And our local partners, Veterinary, they had our equipment and they were on standby in the event of an oil spill. And thank goodness there was no oil spill from this ship, but our equipment was there on standby for this as well. We do training. So also we have IMO level 1, 2, and 3 training that we're able to do anywhere in the world. We've been doing this for many, many years, and either you could send your team to Canada and we could train them, or we would come to your location and train as well. And we also do cooperative training with various other organizations like OSRL in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. For many, many years, we've provided them with equipment, and they've trained their teams on our RBS TRITON oil skimming systems for their groups throughout the Caribbean. With the Canadian Coast Guard, with our contracts with the Canadian Coast Guard, replacing all of their oil skimming systems over the past several years. There's also been a training component, so hands-on training for the Coast Guard staff, online training, many different types of training. And also the Petroleum Association in Japan. They have some of our smaller skimmers, but also one of our large offshore oil skimming systems. And yeah, so offshore Japan, Petróleos de Venezuela, Petrobras in Brazil, and a key client of ours for many, many years. KNPC and KPC in Kuwait. All over, from Djibouti to Fujairah, many locations around the globe. So thank you so much for listening today. This Aqua-Guard's mission, I said again, is our mission is to protect the world's most precious resource, which is water. and it's been an honor to be in this business. I started in this business when I was 16 years old, and I worked for an environmental mapping company for many, many years, for 10 years, which is my father's company, which took me to, 15 different countries. I lived in many countries and put together oil spill response plans, and surveyed the coastlines. But then our clients needed equipment. So, therefore, myself and some other people, we broke away and we formed Aqua-Guard Spill Response in 1992 to help provide our customer base with. Um, with the equipment and expertise that they needed to be on standby and respond if necessary to an oil spill anywhere in the planet. So it's been an honor and it's been a pleasure to work in this industry for so many years. And yeah, thanks so much for listening today. And we really appreciate it. Any questions? Just send them to our email address below, or click the links below to our website or our link tree. Our link tree link below has all of our social media. So follow us on all our social media. And any questions, send them this way. Thank you so much for listening. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you.